Welcome back everyone, thanks for tuning in again. Today I'm going to do the quad taillight mod on the Corolla Sportivo. It's a beautiful sunny Saturday morning here in southeast Queensland, Australia. Forgive me if I look like I've been sleeping behind a dumpster. Just had a couple of big days at work. Now I've got the neighbour's dog barking, of course. Trying to make a video. Bloody hell. Alright, so quad taillight mod Corolla. This can be done on a number of cars. If you've got a car that's got an actual working taillight or something like that and you've got a dummy one next to it, chances are you can probably attach another bulb in there and do this mod. It doesn't have to be just on the Corolla, it can be on any car that's got that sort of quad taillight setup. This is one that's been in the making for a couple of weeks. I've been planning it. I've researched this prior to doing the mod, and I only found one video on YouTube. It was really dodgy, so I thought I'd make a really less dodgy version of it. So I'll tell you what tools you need. First of all, you need a drill. You need a drill bit. This is a 13mm. You can use a smaller one if you want. What else will you need here? You need a round file. You need a little square or a rectangular. No, this is not a rectangle, this is a triangle. Far out. I only went to school to see my friends and eat my lunch. Excuse me. You'll need a torch. One that works. You need a permanent marker, black permanent marker. I'll explain why you need a black one later. You need a little pen, biro or something, whatever you call them. You need a little knife. You need either an open end 10mm or a ratchet ringy for the little nuts. A wire stripper. And masking tape. This is green, obviously. You can use blue, yellow, white. If you're going to use black masking tape, probably don't use a black pen, because yeah. And last of all, you'll need some common sense. If you've got no idea what to do basically in life in general, probably don't do this mod. So that's all I'm saying. So a basic disclaimer, you are using power tools and knives, so please use the appropriate personal protective equipment if you feel you need to, like gloves, eye protection or something like that. So I'll leave that up to your best judgment. Alright, let's get into it. I'll pop the hatch and go through the process of doing this. Alright, this is the taillight. So in Australia, we only have these lights working on both sides. This one is dummy light, doesn't work. So that's the one that we're modifying to put a bulb in here, and we're going to use a wiring loom from a Toyota Camry. It's basically got 3 wires, which is the same amount of wires that are on the Corolla taillight. So if you go to your local wrecker or something like that, you can pick up 2 3-wire wiring looms for you know, around $10, $5 or $10. Or if you know the wrecker, you might be able to even get them for free somehow. Alright. Now, with the magic of television, I've moved the parcel shelf out so you can access. You're actually going to need to climb into the boot to do this. It's a bit tricky. Put on my torch. Rightio. So you'll see there's this little panel here. Going to pop these little clips and this comes out. Now keep in mind, I've already done this mod, so this is what it will look like. Far out. This is what it will look like after you've done it. As you can see, that's the loom, the additional loom that I've put in there, and that's the little bulb that's going to be in there. So I'll mount this camera on the tripod and we'll go from there. Okay, now you'll see that there's 3 little 10mm nuts here. There's one there, There's one up in there. Don't make a liar out of me. Where's the third one? Oh, there it is there. It's just in here. So what we need to do is get our little ring spinner. Or the open end. I'll try the open end. What you're doing is just loosening it off a little bit. So I'll take these 3 off. Whatever you do, try not to drop them, because if they fall down there into the abyss of a Corolla, it's highly unlikely you'll ever see them again. So if you've got butterfingers, probably get a couple of spare ones of these just in case, you never know. Alright, I'll get these out and then I'll show you how to pop the taillight out. Alright, I've got all 3 of them off, as you can see here. Didn't lose any, nearly did, but managed to keep it going. And you just have to undo your little buckets here for your bulbs. Take them out. Basically just twist and pull out. Some of them are a bit tight. You just turn them to the left, anti-clockwise, lefty loose, righty tight. Alright, that's them out the way. Try and do this one-handed. Taillight will just come loose, like so, and voila! Because I've done this previously, I cleaned in there, so it's a lot nicer than what it used to be. And this is the back of your taillight. Alright, we'll go over to the bench and I'll show you what you need to do. Alright, we're on the bench now. Now this is your factory brake light hole, and this is one that I cut out. So I basically wanted to replicate the actual little patterns that you see on the, see how it's got the little cutouts there? I wanted to replicate that. So when I put the brake light one in the donor loom, it actually looks OEM, so you don't have any issues with fitment or anything like that. So what you need to do is get your masking tape and put it over your brake light hole for your factory hole, and you start pressing it down like that. See, as you can see there, it's starting to, you can start seeing the shape of the actual cutout, the factory cutout. So you keep pressing that until you're satisfied that you can see the shape properly, and that's when you get your pen and you basically go around the outline of that. So here's one I prepared earlier. That's what it'll look like once you've finished doing it. And then you're coming over to here, you're putting it on. This is solid plastic when you actually in your standard thing. So this is one I've cut out. You're placing it on here and getting an idea of where it's going to fit. You've got to basically line it up so when you do your cutout, you don't have it off the edge of the plastic, so the bulb or the donor bucket won't fit in properly. After that, you basically cut out this shape with a pair of scissors, and then you position it again back onto your plastic blank area there, and that's when you get your black Nico pen, and you're tracing around the cutout that you've done. You lift it off and you'll have this really light sort of black pen mark, and the reason I'm using black here is because the plastic's black, so when you actually finish doing it, you can just see it in the right light, but it's not standing out like black dog balls and a white cat, for example. So it sort of just blends in. Once you do that, that's when you get your 13mm drill bit in your drill, and you drill straight through the center. After you do that, you're using your round file to increase the size of the circle to come out to your black pen marks. And once you've got your black pen mark, once you've reached the black pen mark with your round file, then you can use your little square file, rectangular file, or triangular file, whichever one you've got. And you're basically going in here and you're working your way carefully, bit by bit, and basically taking away the material, so you're getting these little cutouts here. And this basically replicates your factory brake light bulb bucket that is fitting in here. So as you can see here, this is one that's factory, so it's all nice and neat. I've done that one as close as possible. So now we'll go over and have a look at the loom, and I'll show you how to do that. Alright, now I've moved the reversing light and the indicator light loom, move them out the way because they're just going to be a distraction otherwise. This is your factory brake light bulb. This is your donor one. This is the one out of the Camry. Now it took me probably 20 minutes to determine the polarity, I suppose you could call it, of the wires. Now this is out of a 2008-2009 Camry sedan. Alright, so you can see that on the factory loom here, and then your donor loom, the different coloured wires. So the blue donor loom goes to the factory white with the black stripe. The brown donor loom goes to the green, and the white donor loom with the black stripe goes to the green factory loom with the white stripe. That's how it worked for me. Like, your donor loom might have different colours, so you're just going to have to faff about a bit and determine which goes where. Now this is how I've connected them. I've basically got this, and I've just done a little tiny sort of nip and a cut on the factory loom. Now this is a lot wider than what you need to do. It only needs to be about 3-4 mil. So you're getting this device and you're just lightly twisting the wire, working your way around, just doing a light sort of nibbles like that to sort of pull it apart. And then your knife comes in place, so you're getting it and you're just slightly slicing down the side of the loom, and then you're sort of peeling it away to reveal a little 3-4 mil gap. And then once you get your your donor loom, you're putting it on there like that, and then you're just winding it around like so. So it's going to end up looking like that. So this will be your factory loom, and this is your donor loom coming in. I didn't use any solder. I just wanted to do a test to see if it worked okay, and it has worked okay, and it's still working okay. This has been about 4 months now that I've had it, probably 3 months actually, that I've had it like this. It's working perfectly, and all you need to do is just go around it with some of this black electrical tape. This is one here that you can see that I've just taken the tape off, so you can see how I've just wrapped the donor loom around the factory loom. You do not want to cut at all. Don't cut your factory loom, leave it in place. So you're just using your nippers to sort of do that, and you're sort of doing your little slice in here to reveal the factory wire inside, and you're just accessing that factory wire. So that's what it will look like once you've spliced in your donor loom with your factory loom. And these are just your wedge shaped bulbs. You can get these from auto stores. You need the dual filament ones, so you've got your brake and your tail light, so you'll need those. And what I did is, once I sort of test fitted it and wired it all in, I went and pushed on the brake pedal, put the lights on and everything to make sure that each filament lit up in sync with the factory bulb. And once you've done that and you're confident that it's working okay, then you can put it all together, wire it all up, and put the black electrical tape on there to prevent the wires touching each other. And then it's time to reinstall the taillight once you've cut it out, and put your looms back in, and then enjoy the JDM style quad tail light setup. Alright, so that's pretty much how you do it. If you've got any questions, please pop a comment down below, and I'll do my best to clarify anything. So like I said, it's been about 3 months since I've done this, and this was just a rehash of how I did it. So I believe it's a little bit better than the other video I found on YouTube, so hopefully you agree. If you like what you've seen today, give a thumbs up, put a comment, hit the notification bell so I can notify you when the next video is popping up. So once again, thanks for tuning in. Have a lovely day, and see you next time. Bye.